The Square Ball Podcast.
Welcome to the show. It's brought to you with Levi Solicitors. There's a 10% discount on your legal fees at levisolicitors.co.uk/the square ball. I'm Dan Moylan, along with Michael Normanton and Moscow White as well. Daniel Chapman, let's preview Brentford then, and a situation that will be far less stressful probably than the last time we were at Brentford.
You would think so. Games against Brentford should never carry so much weight again, should they? It was too much. It was too much, was that?
We beat them in the 1950s, and that should have been the end of it.
Well, of course, 100% record at this stadium. The old, whatever it was called, the Beehive, I'm going to call it. Well,
it's full of Beyonce fans.
Yeah, the old ground, that one.
Griffin Park.
Griffin Park.
The Four Pubs Arena, wasn't it?
It was
the Griffins, the Bees. It's
their sponsorship with Midland Bank.
I'm going to say yes. That is why.
God, you won't remember Midland Bank, will you?
No.
I do remember Midland Bank.
This man was... You were never a member of the Griffin Club, though, were you? The Young Griffins.
Sounds like something...
Yes.
Sounds like some sort of like Masons thing, the Griffin Club. Like you'd go around smashing up restaurants or something.
For the younger viewer/listener, that is now what is HSBC, isn't it? The old Midland Bank. Let's talk about Brentford then, rather than banking logos. Rafinha walking across the pitch on his knees, probably singing "Hey Jude" at the time. Not sure.
Blessing the pitch.
Yep.
A different world, wasn't it?
Can we capture that magic again?
I'd probably just take a point and get out of there. That'd be all right.
Well, WhoScored.com seems to think that they're the Premier League champions in waiting. They've only got one weakness, defending against through ball attacks, and then their strengths, very strong at attacking set pieces, and then strap in, strong at creating long shot opportunities, creating chances using through balls, finishing scoring chances, coming back from losing positions, creating scoring chances, defending set pieces, aerial duels, and protecting the lead. I mean, it's football, basically. There's nothing has been missed off there.
Good at everything.
Those weirdos at 538.com who do the algorithm predictions and stuff reckon Brentford have got a 49% chance of winning this. That's nearly half, Michael.
Correct.
Leeds United 27% chance and 24% chance of the draw.
Okay. I'd probably take a draw. That'd be fine, I think, for this. Yeah, they're strange Brentford, aren't they? We feel like we never seem to have any normal games against them. There's always, because there's been promotion on the line, and then last year, whatever that was, there was the ridiculous 2-2 at Ellen Road, wasn't there? Which was, it felt like both a
badly dressed ballerina.
Yes, indeed. Both a like a terrible point and a brilliant point, because we were in control of that game, and then suddenly they were in the lead, and then Bamford's on and he's injured, and then the madness at the end of last season. Let's just have a normal game,
we win.
We should win.
Yeah, I would think so.
Are we looking forward to a debut goal from insert name here?
Yes, a trialist.
Yeah.
A signing.
Yep.
Can you put that on the team sheet? Yeah, or just Dan James up front. He's already down in London. Don't have to travel down.
Failing a medical.
That's actually what made me feel most sorry for him, was the thought that Dan James is sat there in, I don't know, they're not going to go Travel Lodge, they might go Premier Inn. He's just sat in a Premier Inn rattling around on his comfy Hypnos bed or whatever it is that Lenny Henry pedals off on us. Looks dead comfy, but he's just bored in there, and he's got a kettle and a telly to play with.
Missing his dog.
Yeah.
It is quite disrupting. Him waiting to see if he's going to have to be sold to pay for somebody or not, when he could be practicing. But what's our manager called? Jesse Marsch was saying that it would seem pretty likely that Patrick Bamford could start. He'll be doing his pre-Brentford press conference soon, and he may well say that Patrick Bamford is retiring injured from football forevermore. But obviously Rodrigo won't be playing. Bamford might be. Gelhardt is the other option. So, don't know. Bamford didn't particularly look fit to me on Tuesday night. He looked all right, but
I thought he did some quite nice stuff.
He did some good link-up stuff, but it felt a little bit loose, didn't it, at times, I think.
Yeah, lacking sharpness.
Yeah.
Particularly, he seemed to be a bit slow onto things in the penalty area when you're looking for like kind of a split reaction. And it was completely not, but I was watching him warm up and I thought he'd pulled his hamstring. He obviously hadn't, but there was just a moment where he stopped doing his exercise and put his hand to his thigh, and I was like, Pat, no, come on. We'd already lost Rodrigo by that point, so I think I was just very tetchy.
I think the fact Gelhardt came on for Rodrigo shows where Bamford's at fitness-wise, because what was there, about an hour left or something at that stage? And whoever took a look at him and went, no, we can't have him on for that long.
It's got 45 minutes to 60 minutes vibes about it, hasn't it?
But that's where we went wrong with him last season. I mean, I know I was saying in the other show, like, I'm not too bothered about signing a striker. This is where I do also understand the logic in it, because rushing Bamford back last year and saying, well, he's probably all right for 45 minutes, so we can start him at Brentford and take him off. I would start with Joffy, give Matteo Joseph a place on the bench, because, you know, if you're scoring loads of goals in the under-21s, that's supposed to be the result of it, isn't it? You get closer to the first team. And then only bring on Bamford if we really need to. Joffy, he scored that beauty against them last year that was only given a narrow offside. So let's get Gelhardt back to his best against Zanka and me.
Brentford are quite good, aren't they?
They're all right. Yeah, they tick along. They're getting them. They've done pretty well, getting themselves established. I know I take the piss, but really, if you're taking this seriously, you shouldn't be, because we're fucking about in the main, and they're quite sort of quietly going about the business, aren't they? They just seem to sign quite good players.
I don't know if they're quite enough, really.
Well,
Paid Jude at the end of every game and stuff, and the lap of honour that they keep doing because they beat Scum and all that. I would rather that they did their business silently.
Would you rather
their results were not reported?
So I'll tell you what they did this summer, which I didn't think was possible. Signed a left back.
Hang on a minute. No, sorry, what?
Yeah.
How much did he cost?
£15 million. Oh,
that's too much, isn't it?
And we should ask Phil about him, actually. He used to play for Hearts. He's
okay.
A Scotsman playing in Italy, and they've paid 15 million quid for him.
Like Graham Souness.
Yes.
Who else have they signed? Keane Lewis Potter they got from Hull.
Too many names. Don't get it.
Yeah, you can just mix them up.
Yeah, he needs to pick a couple and stick with them, doesn't he?
And they got Damsgaard, but he's not fit yet. Is that right?
Yeah.
Were we linked with him?
We were. He was good in the Euros or the World Cup, one of them.
Did he not do a good free kick against England? Was that Damsgaard?
Probably. But yeah, he looked pretty good for a while. But he missed a lot of last season because he had some form of arthritis, apparently.
Bodes well for a professional footballer, doesn't it?
And he's only 22.
Well, he's Danish, though, and as we know from Christian Eriksen, Brentford will take Danish players in any condition. So if he's good, he'll sign for Scum in a year.
They were in for Rasmus as well, weren't they?
Yes, they were. There is a rule that Brentford have first refusal on any Danish players coming to play in England.
Maybe this is Rasmus's breakout performance.
It could be. I mean, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, good.
Nothing to add to that.
Pontus not likely to play, though.
There's
a chance, apparently, but he's been injured, and they've been doing fine without him, so they may well not gamble. But yeah, he's been out for a couple of weeks.
Is Zanka a new signing, or is he somebody they've had for a while?
From Cool Runnings, I believe.
I mean, I've never heard of him, but he
one
is
of the
here.
characters. I think he's called Sanka.
I don't know.
There was someone in Cool Runnings called that, probably.
If you have to explain your jokes, it means it wasn't that good a joke, doesn't it?
But if they've signed, Ben Mee feels like signed to do everything Pontus Jansson would do, but with a Burnley relegation on his record.
Ben Mee was the one who did a real heartfelt video and then fucked off on a free, wasn't he? Like the week after, because they were all like, I mean, Ben Mee might stay. He might sign a contract.
Yeah, let's fly another plane over the stadium to convince him.
You're right. It was
because he loves that.
Dougie Doug who played Sanka Coffee.
There you go.
In Cool Runnings. Well, remember, I have to say, well done for that somehow triggering off a memory, because that film was nearly 30 years ago. It was 1993, Cool Runnings.
The last film I watched. I'm like Michael Owen. Sing 2 ever.
Oh dear. I guess that the big question, just to go back to where we kind of started on this, and the flavour of the day is who plays up front for Leeds United, isn't it?
Even if we sign somebody today, it's not going to be them.
No, it'd be Joffy, I would guess.
You think?
Which I think I'm quite looking forward to. I think he deserves a start. I know he had one against Barnsley and was rubbish, but a league
wasn't
start.
Wasn't first team though, was it?
No, I was going to say the people around him were not first choice. So I think I'd be interested to see how he does. And it's about time he stepped up.
That little slacker. What's he been doing?
Absolutely sick of him.
That has been creeping in already this season, hasn't it? Like, is Gelhardt ever going to be any good? Which,
well, we've not got Tyler.
4 games in,
we've not got Tyler Roberts anymore, have we? So before you could always, Tyler Roberts would come on and everyone would go, for fuck's sake, play Gelhardt instead.
And then we used to cheer him as he came to the touchline, and now he's
like,
already to that point where it's like, oh God, Gelhardt's gone. Well, he better do something this time, otherwise we'll ship him out.
I mean, Rodrigo's looked fairly poor in the last couple of games, which is good for him because at least everyone's not pining for Rodrigo anymore. I feel like it quickly turned when he went off injured. Everyone went, well.
Said he was knackered.
Lasted.
Yeah,
he was all right for the opening stage against Everton. Apart from that when Harrison put an absolutely beautiful cross in, and he just didn't bother, and that was. I felt like that was going to be enough to take to Angus Kinnear and say, here's your proven international striker, can't even put away a chance like that. And then he went and popped his shoulder out just for good measure. So I'm saying 10 out of 10 performance.
Are we blaming him or are we blaming Pickford?
It's a very weak shoulder.
It is.
It didn't seem like much, did it?
I've watched as many replays as I can, and even with the contact, it doesn't seem like the contact does anything. It's almost like he just ran funny and it fell out. Which I know we were talking about this Damsgaard having arthritis, but that can't be happening to your shoulder as a fine young man.
Shoulder just tumbled out of its socket.
It's not. Yeah, that's not a good condition to be in.
This thing should be on holiday, like a string and a spring mechanism where it's a man who sort of slumped down and then you take it off.
You can pull the cord tight. Or whatever,
you just got that going on
like a rag doll.
It'll just fall apart at a minute's notice.
So that's a bad sign. But Joffrey seems secure, and I think he could do with a goal would help him, because he did look a little. He fluffed a couple against Everton, didn't he? There was he made the chance. He made himself a nice little space to score, and then just put it wide.
He didn't quite get his foot round.
And the other one was a very good save. Pickford got out well to him.
Yeah, Pickford made a very good save from Brendan Aronson as well. That sort of gets forgotten in dispatches. So we had some good chances to win it, apart from them countering us. But he'll tuck one away. I think he scores against Brentford and we win.
We've not got Sergi Canos to face in this one. He is apparently definitely injured, and he seems always central to these games, whether he's headbutting Alioski or scoring.
Let's just be precise. Which part of Alioski did he headbutt?
His back.
His back, yes, because he's a little shit. And didn't get punished for it either. Pontus Jansson had to serve. It was a one-match ban, wasn't it?
You said that like he was a naughty toddler.
Well, it was. It was a one-match ban for swearing on Sky Sports afterwards and saying it was a robbery by the referee. Which maybe, I mean, why not let people say that? Say what he feels. And Pontus said that. He says, look, I'm sorry, but I say what I feel. He was shit. Good lad. And they banned him for that. And then they watched the video of Sergei Canos headbutting Alioski in our dugout. Was it in our dugout?
Or Alioski in front of it.
Gone into theirs to get the ball back, headbutting him in the back. And I was like, oh yeah, that's fine, crack on. But do not swear on Sky.
But we should credit him with potentially keeping us up last year, because he did get himself brilliantly sent off in that game, which allowed us to
completely needlessly
be somewhat more comfortable. Yeah, because he got one of the bookings was taking his shirt off, wasn't it? And then
they went piling in on a tackle straight after.
Funny.
Just going back to where we started on this, which was like the lack of stress going into this fixture. This is the sort of game where you can say, right, it's two teams in that middle group. So hopefully this is a sort of game you get something out of.
I just feel like we need this. The problem with last year was there was never any momentum. If we can just keep the points ticking along, if all you're aiming to do is not be relegated, just picking up a point every week is actually fine. It will do the job for you. If we can just keep a bit of momentum, so we never have to look and go, well, we need to be winning the next game really because we've lost this one. Just picking up, get 2 at home and 1 away.
Yes, it's the 1st of September. So when we're talking about whether there's any stress in these fixtures, I think like there shouldn't be.
Well, there is if you're at the bottom though. Like if you're Wolves right now or Bournemouth, there is stress in these in all of the early games.
Leicester are playing tonight and they've only got 1 point on the board. Because I was just looking at the table. I was going to say it earlier, but then got waylaid by you throwing something at me, Michael. I can't remember what it was. But we're now 5 points clear of that bottom clutch of teams, which is 2 games difference, 2 game swing already. Yeah. Keep that gap up all season and it's fine, isn't it?
Yeah, you've got to choose when to get anxious about things, so if you can, because there's plenty of things to worry about in the world, and vital matches against Brentford in September. Save it all for April. That's when we'll be in trouble. But it can be. I was thinking, who was it last season? Was it Didn't Brighton go off like a train, and then they lost a load of games and came back down again? So there's
similar to Southampton as well. They played really well up to February, then stopped.
That's it. And you can lull yourselves into these things of thinking everything's going to be great and then they're not, or thinking everything's going to be terrible and then you win 10 in a row. So it's kind of
well, the stat was the other day that was one of either the commentator or the co-commentator said that this is the highest Leeds have been in the league since Terry Venables was in charge, and you think, how did that go?
Yeah, but then also we were, nobody should be, I know we are, but looking at the league table have we played 4 games?
5 now, mate.
5. We're doing all right, aren't we?
Probably.
Absolutely fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe I'm just a bit bewildered by deadline day and how insane everybody seems to be being. I just want to kind of, I'd quite like to just watch a game of football at the weekend and not be angry.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the other note of caution here is, of course, Everton's start to last season when they got 3 wins and a draw out of their opening 4 games.
Stayed up though.
10 points on the board out of the opening 4. They did stay up, you're absolutely right.
Thanks to Frank.
Yep, well, we'll see what this...
Anything can happen, can't it?
It's
one of the exciting pleasures of the sport that we love.
I was just going to say, we'll see what happens. It's a world full of possibility right now, isn't it? So let's go and embrace the occasion down at the Brentford Community Stadium. Has it got a sponsor now, hasn't it?
Yes.
Lego.
It is not Lego. I want to say it's like an insurance company or something.
Peter Schmeichel personally.
I'll find out where they play. It's at the Gtech Community Stadium.
Gtech Hoovers.
Excellent.
Well, maybe they'll be planning to clean up this season.
Hoovers and lawnmowers. Gtech, if you're watching, really good products. It worked for Astonish. I'm seeing if they'll send me a Hoover.
I mean, we are going to be moving to a new office soon as well. We could probably do with a new Hoover, couldn't we?
And lawnmower.
Yeah.
Now, to give it I'm on their website, to give it its proper title, it is Floor Care. They make floor care products, not Hoovers.
Okay.
So they are.
Only
Hoovers.
Only Hoover make Hoovers, don't they? Yeah.
They have a range of upright vacuums that will tackle tough dirt, debris, and pet hair.
I mean, what we're saying is, if you want to send us free stuff, just do. That's fine. Let's see how we get on against Brentford.
I'd take a stick vacuum because I'd take a stick vacuum.
Well, we'll debrief all this then on the match ball straight after.
Oh, they do an Air Ram Mark II.
No.
And here's one for. I think they must only sell the Air Ram Mark II K9. It must be tailor-made for the Huddersfield market.
Pet hair, yeah.
But then there's an Air Ram Platinum that features anti-hair wrap technology and innovative forward inertia drive while delivering up to an hour of runtime. I honestly don't understand any of these words.
An hour of runtime, that's just what you want out of Dan James, isn't it?
What is going on?
Anyway, we will see how we get on at the Gtech Air Ram 3 Mark IV K9.
Do you want a lithium sweeper? Do you have a lot of lithium?
lying about the house?
No, not generally speaking.
Can't move for lithium in my house.
It's people still take lithium, don't they? It's like an antidepressant, I think. If you've got any of those lying around your house, get yourself a Gtech.
You can get some vacuum scented cartridges for the K9 as well.
I think we've exhausted this particular avenue.
Not me, I'm just getting started. I'm only halfway down the page.
We will reflect on the Brentford game on the match ball full time Saturday afternoon. So we'll speak to you then on that and stick about. Then we have the heroes and villains for the week on the way in just a sec.
The Square Ball Podcast.